Well, that's all about ensuring that your audience stays with you, retaining the audience for the duration of a break in the
Because
in the
what's the
conversation.
biggest switch off for an audience? Usually
Advertising.
Advertising. So we don't want to hear the advert, so we go off and we make a cup of coffee and then we forget to come home. So what you did is you presented the question first and then you're waiting to give the answer right afterwards, so the people are hanging around to find out what the answer is. I hope they're not disappointed with the answer by the
Yes,
time.
let's hope so.
Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, the point about streaming radio is that it doesn't stream in the same way. People who've got the wrong impression that it's on 24/7, you can tune in at any particular time. There are certain radio stations that do that, but they're far and away the exception rather than the rule. What this kind of radio does, it says, if you want to hear me at any particular time of the day, you can tune in and listen. If I do a live show, that's great. If you miss it, fine, no problem. You can listen again later. You can listen again anytime you like. So there's that dimension to it. The other thing is the question said, do not miss out on that big audience. Yes, we do. Why? And why are we complacent about that? We don't want a big audience. We want a targeted audience. We want an audience who want to listen to us, and they'll go to endless lengths. So we're not background music. We're forward and front and center with people we are talking with. And we're listening to them in the same way that you are right now. You're checking the WhatsApps, you're checking the phone calls, you're checking things. So it's a two-way conversation. Otherwise, it's just public address. And that is the worst kind of radio. Hello, listeners. It's wonderful to be with you all today, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time.
Well, whilst you say that, and that humorous mimicry relates directly to a question that's come through on the WhatsApp line, which was, my sisters and I grew up with Springbok Radio, Squad Cars, Lux Radio Theatre, The Creaking Door, and The Men from the Ministry, to name a few. And besides reading, which kids hardly do these days, we used our imaginations listening to radio. The question that's been asked is, has radio lost that appeal now? And I think in part we've answered a bit of that question, because as we sit here now, we're also streaming live on Facebook. So people don't have to just listen to us. They can watch us, they can meet the team, they can really get an idea of what it's like to be in studio. So what this age has actually presented us with is an additional opportunity to create that theatre. Because it was one or the other in those days. Now it's all of it together.
Think about this. Before you go any further, though, did you say that was Tanya Curry on the... who the person who sent in that question?
No.
What would you say it was? I thought you made a name. I thought you said.
No,
I could be wrong.
To be honest with you, I can just see a number here. I haven't got a name associated.
All right. No, I just mentioned it because she happens to be the absolute all-time watch your cotton socks expert when it comes to analyzing social media. She is brilliant. If you haven't met her, you've got to find out. She will analyze to the nth degree exactly what Julius Malema is going to have for breakfast tomorrow. Well, good luck. Okay, so where did we go?